Somewhere on this planet right now, something is hunting you. It has killed more humans than every war in history combined. You won't hear it coming. You won't see its teeth, its claws, or its eyes glowing in the darkness. Most people picture something massive, powerful, and terrifying when they imagine the world's deadliest animal. They're wrong, and the truth is stranger than fiction. By the time this video ends, this creature will have killed again, and it's smaller than your fingernail. It has no fangs, no venom glands, no claws sharp enough to tear flesh. And yet, scientists call it the single greatest threat to human life on Earth. What could possibly be more dangerous than a lion? For centuries, humans feared the wrong predators. We built cages for lions, developed weapons against sharks, and armored ourselves against wolves. Meanwhile, the real killer flew silently past our defenses every single night. It never needed strength. It only needed patience. This isn't a creature from the deep ocean or a remote jungle. It lives in your backyard, your city, your own bedroom. Its name is so common that most people never stop to consider what it's truly capable of. That's about to change. The mosquito. A word so familiar it barely registers as a threat, yet it carries a death toll beyond comprehension. Each year, this insect is responsible for the deaths of over 700,000 people worldwide. Some estimates push that number even higher. Compare that to sharks, which kill roughly 10 people a year, or lions, responsible for around 200 deaths annually. The mosquito outkills them all, combined, by a staggering margin. But how does something so small cause so much destruction? To understand this killer, we have to go back millions of years, long before humans ever existed. Mosquitoes have been perfecting their craft since the age of dinosaurs. Scientists have found mosquitoes preserved in amber, frozen in time for over 100 million years. They outlived the very giants they once fed on. While dinosaurs vanished in a mass extinction, mosquitoes simply adapted and multiplied. Today, there are over 3,500 known species worldwide. They exist on every continent except Antarctica, thriving in deserts, rainforests, cities, and swamps alike. Nowhere on Earth is truly safe from them. But here's what most people don't know. Male mosquitoes are completely harmless, feeding only on nectar and plant juices. It's only the female that hunts for blood, and she does it for one brutal, biological reason: reproduction. She needs the protein and iron found in blood to develop her eggs. Without it, her offspring simply cannot survive. So she becomes one of nature's most efficient hunting machines, equipped with senses far beyond human comprehension. And she is always searching. She can detect carbon dioxide from over 150 feet away, tracking every breath you exhale. Every breath becomes an invitation. Then, as she gets closer, she senses your body heat and the specific chemicals in your sweat. She is reading your body like a map. Some people, it turns out, are simply more attractive to her than others. And the reason has nothing to do with luck. Studies show that mosquitoes are drawn to certain blood types, higher body temperatures, and even the bacteria living on your skin. Genetics may play a role too. Pregnant women, for instance, exhale more carbon dioxide and run warmer body temperatures. This makes them significantly more likely to be bitten. Once she lands, the attack begins in complete silence, using a weapon far more sophisticated than any blade. Her mouth is a masterpiece of biological engineering. Her proboscis contains 6 needle-thin blades, working together to pierce skin almost painlessly. You rarely feel the moment it happens. She injects saliva containing an anticoagulant, preventing your blood from clotting while she feeds. That saliva is where the real danger begins, because hidden inside that saliva can be something far deadlier than the bite itself: a parasite, waiting for its chance to spread. This is how malaria begins, a disease that has haunted humanity since the dawn of civilization. The Plasmodium parasite travels from the mosquito's saliva directly into your bloodstream within seconds. From there, it heads straight for your liver. Inside your liver, it multiplies silently, undetected, for up to 2 weeks before symptoms even appear. You could already be infected right now. Then it bursts into your bloodstream, invading red blood cells and destroying them from the inside out. This is when the fever begins. Chills, violent shaking, temperatures soaring past 104 degrees. For some, the body simply cannot fight back. Malaria alone kills an estimated 400,000 people every year, most of them children under the age of 5. That number should stop you in your tracks. But malaria is only one weapon in this insect's arsenal. There are others, equally terrifying, spreading across the globe right now. Dengue fever infects nearly 400 million people every single year. It's known among survivors as break-bone fever for a horrifying reason. The pain is so severe, it feels like your bones are literally cracking apart from the inside. Few diseases inflict agony quite like this. Then there's yellow fever, a disease so devastating it once brought entire empires to their knees. It doesn't just kill, it terrifies. In 1793, yellow fever swept through Philadelphia, killing nearly 10% of the entire city's population. Panic spread faster than the disease itself. Doctors at the time had no idea what caused it. They blamed bad air, rotting food, even moral corruption. It would take over a century before anyone discovered the true culprit, silently flying between victims the entire time. The mosquito had been hiding in plain sight. And then there's Zika, a virus that made global headlines just a few years ago for a horrifying reason. It didn't just harm adults. Zika attacks unborn children, causing severe brain deformities in babies whose mothers were infected during pregnancy. An entire generation was put at risk. One single mosquito bite can carry the power to alter a human life before it even begins. Let that sink in for a moment. Now think about this. These outbreaks aren't isolated incidents from history books. They are happening on every continent, right now, today. Over half of the world's population currently lives in areas where mosquito-borne diseases pose a serious daily threat. That's billions of people at risk. Mosquitoes reproduce at an almost unbelievable rate, with a single female laying up to 300 eggs at once, and she can do this multiple times in her life. Those eggs can hatch in water as small as a bottle cap, needing almost nothing to survive. A single puddle can become a nursery. Within just 10 days, those eggs become fully grown, blood-hungry adults, ready to start the cycle all over again. The math becomes terrifying fast. Humans have tried everything: pesticides, nets, repellents, even draining entire swamps to stop them. And yet, after decades of chemical warfare, mosquitoes continue to adapt and evolve resistance to nearly everything we throw at them. Nature refuses to lose this fight. During the construction of the Panama Canal, mosquito-borne diseases killed over 22,000 workers. The project nearly collapsed entirely because of it. It wasn't explosives, landslides, or accidents that nearly stopped one of history's greatest engineering feats. It was an insect smaller than a grain of rice. Napoleon's army in Haiti faced a similar fate, losing tens of thousands of soldiers not to battle, but to yellow fever. His ambitions crumbled in the tropics. Some historians argue that mosquitoes have altered the outcome of wars more than any weapon ever built, an invisible force shaping human history. Entire empires have risen and fallen partly because of this insect's influence on disease and death. It never wielded a sword, yet it changed everything. Even today, mosquitoes continue to reshape economies, healthcare systems, and entire nations' futures. Their influence has never truly ended. Now let's put this into perspective against the animals we actually fear, the ones Hollywood turned into monsters. Sharks, despite their terrifying reputation, kill around 10 people worldwide each year, yet mosquitoes kill that many every 4 minutes. Crocodiles, one of nature's most efficient predators, are responsible for roughly 1,000 deaths annually. Mosquitoes surpass that number before breakfast. Even snakes, feared across nearly every culture on Earth, cause around 100,000 deaths a year. Mosquitoes still kill 7 times more. Elephants, hippos, wolves, and lions combined don't come close to matching this insect's staggering body count. Nothing on land even competes. In fact, humans themselves rank as the second deadliest species to other humans, and mosquitoes still outpace us. That statistic alone is almost impossible to comprehend. So how has something this small managed to outkill every apex predator on the planet, combined? The answer lies in scale, not strength. A lion can only kill one victim at a time, requiring immense energy and risk with every single hunt. A mosquito bites, infects, and moves on instantly. She doesn't need strength, speed, or claws. She only needs numbers, patience, and the element of complete surprise. And with billions of mosquitoes spread across the globe, every single day becomes another opportunity to strike. The odds are always in her favor. This is why scientists don't call the mosquito an insect anymore. They call it something far more chilling, the world's deadliest animal. Not because of what it can do alone, but because of what it carries within it. It's not a predator in the traditional sense. It's a delivery system for some of the deadliest pathogens known to science. Every bite is essentially a roll of the dice, one that billions of people are forced to play daily without ever choosing to. Most never even realize the stakes. But humanity hasn't given up. Across the world, scientists are fighting back with extraordinary new weapons. In laboratories, researchers are genetically modifying male mosquitoes to produce offspring that simply cannot survive. It's a war being fought at the molecular level. Release enough of these modified males into the wild, and entire local populations begin collapsing within just a few generations. The results have been staggering. In trials across Brazil and the Cayman Islands, this technique reduced mosquito populations by over 90%, a breakthrough decades in the making. Other scientists are infecting mosquitoes with a natural bacteria called Wolbachia, which blocks their ability to transmit disease entirely. It doesn't kill the mosquito, it disarms it. This method has already reduced dengue transmission by up to 77% in certain trial regions. The implications are massive. Then there's the newest frontier, gene drives, a technology capable of spreading modified traits through entire wild populations permanently. It sounds like science fiction. It isn't. With CRISPR technology, scientists could theoretically alter or even eliminate specific mosquito species without harming the broader ecosystem. The precision is almost unbelievable. But this power raises an uncomfortable question that scientists are still wrestling with today. Should we actually use it? Mosquitoes, as much as we despise them, are also a crucial food source for birds, bats, fish, and countless other species. Removing them entirely could break entire ecosystems. Some scientists warn that eliminating mosquitoes completely could trigger a collapse in food chains we don't yet fully understand. Nature's balance is never simple. So the fight isn't about extinction anymore. It's about control, precision, and stopping the deadliest diseases without breaking the natural world. Meanwhile, simple solutions continue saving millions of lives every single year, proving that not every answer requires advanced technology. Sometimes the simplest tools work best. Bed nets treated with insecticide have reduced malaria deaths by an estimated 50% since the year 2000. Millions of lives saved by a simple piece of fabric. In 2021, the world's first malaria vaccine was approved for widespread use in children, a moment scientists had waited over a century for. It doesn't offer complete protection, but it represents a turning point in humanity's centuries-long war against this invisible killer. Hope, finally, has a shape. And yet, despite every advancement, the mosquito remains one step ahead, adapting faster than most species on Earth. This war is far from over. Climate change is only making things worse, expanding the mosquito's territory into regions that were once too cold for them to survive. New places, new dangers. Diseases once confined to tropical regions are now appearing in places like Southern Europe and the United States. The map of danger is redrawing itself. Scientists predict that by 2050, nearly half the world's population could live in mosquito-borne disease risk zones. The threat isn't shrinking, it's growing. This tiny insect, born over 100 million years before humans even existed, may end up outlasting us as well. Its resilience seems almost limitless. It has survived ice ages, mass extinctions, and every chemical weapon humanity has ever created against it. Nothing has stopped it yet. And now we arrive at the most unsettling truth of this entire story, one that redefines everything we thought we knew about danger. The deadliest predator in the history of life on Earth was never the lion, the shark, or even another human being. It was always this. It has toppled empires, ended military campaigns, and killed more humans than every war, famine, and natural disaster combined. And it did so in near silence. No claws, no venom, no roar to announce its arrival. Just a quiet landing, a painless bite, and a countdown that begins the moment it touches your skin. You may never even notice. Somewhere right now, another bite is happening. Another silent transaction between predator and prey is quietly taking place. And the terrifying part is, we've learned to live alongside this killer so completely that we barely even notice it anymore. Familiarity has become our greatest blind spot. We fear the ocean depths, the dark forests, the shadows of apex predators lurking beyond the tree line. Yet the real danger was never hiding at all. It was buzzing quietly beside us the entire time, patient, persistent, and utterly unstoppable. Hidden not in darkness, but in plain sight. So the next time you hear that faint buzzing sound near your ear late at night, remember what you now know. That sound carries more history than you'd ever imagine. Behind that tiny sound lies millions of years of evolution, billions of lives lost, and humanity's longest-running war against a single species. It's a story most never think about. And while the outcome of this war remains uncertain, one truth has become impossible to ignore. Size has never determined danger. Patience, precision, and sheer numbers can outmatch strength, speed, and power every single time. Nature has proven this again and again. The deadliest animal in the world was never the one you feared. It was the one you never thought twice about.